Hey guys, so today we're gonna play an Abzan Torture Existence deck. If you guys don't know what Torture Existence is, I've played quite a bit of it to be honest. But it's an enchantment that says discard a creature card. You can return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So that's kind of of course this is the namesake of the deck. So how do we use that to our advantage? Well, we have cards like Golgari Brownscale and Stinkweed Imp, which both have Dredge, right? Which allows us to guarantee that we draw a creature card every turn. Not only does it help us guarantee that we draw a creature card every turn from our graveyard, but it also fills up our graveyard to go then use those cards to gain more value, right? So Stinkweed Imp is basically like Death Touch uh, on a 1/2 flyer that dredges 5, and then Golgari Brownscale is 2/3 for 3. But when it comes to your hand from your graveyard, it gains life, so it's an easy way to gain life in the deck, right? Grave Scrabbler is another way we get a lot of value because it has madness. So when we discard it to the Torture Existence effect, we can then pay its madness cost to return another target creature from our graveyard to our hand. Uh, so that is quite a cool value engine right there, which allows us to return 2 creatures rather than just one. Then we have you know a lot of other like one ofs as well as just like solid value. The reason why we're trying out Abzan, I played this deck before, but it gives you access to cards like Auramancer, which is, I mean, one of the main weaknesses of the deck is if you lose your enchantment, you lose a lot of the value. Like a lot of these cards aren't as good. So when Auramancer enters the battlefield, you can target enchantment from your graveyard to your hand, and that changed a lot of what we did with the rest of the deck. Like we have a lot of abundant growth for mana fixing, which is enchant land. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card so it replaces itself, and then the enchanted land could add one mana of any color. We have Vessel of Nsacency over Commune of the Gods to try to get more value out of Auramancer. It basically is sacrifice, reveal the top 4. You put artifact, enchantment, creature, land, or planeswalker card into your hand, so we can use that a couple times. Then we also have dead weights for aggressive decks, or also against affinity for ATOGs, if you guys want to do that. So between Auramancer and Custodi Squire allows you to use a lot more enchantments. So this is a build that has a lot more enchantments than I normally would do. Tilling Treefolk, which if you guys have been following me for a while, is one of my favorite cards in Pauper. It's a 1/3, allows you to return up to 2 target lands from your graveyard to your hand. You're filling up your graveyard. Sometimes you want to have a lot of mana to be able to do multiple things in one turn. This is a very mana intensive deck. So this card helps out with that. We have one of Faerie Macabre just for any graveyard shenanigans. We can stop at main deck. 2 Crypt Rats, which are a possible win condition, as well as it helps us against go wide decks. Perilous Myr, which is really good. It's easy to cast in the deck, and since you're playing a 3-color deck, that's something that you have to be concerned about. It's a really good blocker early because it can block a creature and kill an additional creature. And it's also an alternate win con with Carrion Feeder to get around like fogs and stuff like that. You can deal 2 damage a turn by getting Perilous Myr, casting it, and sacrificing it to Feeder, and then directing the 2 damage directly at their face. We have ways to also increase our mana with Wayfinder as well as Elder. Elder can be sacrificed to go get a basic land, put it on the battlefield. Wayfinder, look at the top 4, put a land from it among your hand, put the rest in the graveyard, so it also helps fill up the graveyard. We have 2 different discard outlets. Thrull Surgeon can hit any card, this can hit any non-land card. This is just immediately discards it. This exiles it, but it comes back. But if we have a Carrion Feeder on the field at the same time, you can sacrifice it while triggers on the stack to make it so that card's exiled forever. Kor Skyfisher, which is just good with getting back Abundant Growth, getting back to a Wayfinder, getting back Tilling Treefolk. Like, it allows any of the inter-battlefield effects you can replay, as well as it's a really good blocker. So I'm a fan of that. Vessel, like I said, we already went over that. 2 Spore Frogs, which allows us to fog them and buy time against aggressive decks. 2, and then 1 Thoughtpicker Witch, which is a good way to beat any of the slower matchups like Tron. It's a lot better actually against decks with like in paper like Tron, but like, I mean, because there's a lot of clicks involved. But I still like it because it gives us a chance to beat Tron game 1, where it's usually pretty hard to beat that deck without it. In the sideboard, we have an additional Auramancer for any matchups that's going to be extra value against. Faceless Butcher, which is basically removal. Really solid removal and blocker against aggressive decks. 1 Thorn of the Black Rose for mostly mid-range and Tron matchups. 2 more Macabres for 2 more of them for any other graveyard shenanigan decks. Crypt Rats, which is for go wide decks. 2 more discard creatures, 1 more of each for mid-range Tron, that kind of style deck. 2 Caustic Caterpillars. Oh, we do have a Caustic Caterpillar main deck also for enchantment and artifact deck, so it's kind of like a silver bullet. And then we get 2 more if we want to. 1 Knot of the Bone, which is, you know, really great at gaining life because we fill up our graveyard so fast. It can gain, you know, 10, 15, I mean 10, 20, 30 life at times. And then 1 Spore Frog. I mean 2 more Spore Frogs for, again, aggressive decks. Then we're also running 21 lands, 5 of which are bounce lands, so I haven't had an issue with not having enough mana with this deck. It's just like being slow sometimes. But this is the deck. Hopefully you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in the round. I don't think it'll be a super long video today because I do have to go to work, but you guys are awesome, and I just wanted to get one out here for you today. Also, thanks a lot for anyone who subscribed. We hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday, and you guys are beast, and thank you very much. Alright, yes, we'd like to play first. Mulligan. This hand looks great. We'll keep this. Don't really need this if I have Torture Existence, so we're gonna do that. Play this. Play Torture Existence. We're gonna use this just to block, most likely. So I like bringing Spore Frogs, Crypt Rats, maybe Auramancer, probably Gnaw the Bone. We will block. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now that we have access to basically 5 mana, we're gonna start using the Brownscale because um, it doesn't matter as much if we get cards in hand or not. I mean, we will have enough mana at that point to be able to like do multiple things a turn type of thing. So this is gonna be like an impact tremor deck. Okay. Alright, so we can go tap, get Satyr Wayfinder, put this out there. Then we can play this, get access to more mana, also put more stuff in the graveyard, and be able to block. Seems like pretty good value. I think we'll take Jungle Hollow. Yeah. Block. Alright, this is kind of a cool deck that we're playing against, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of cool. Gain 2 life, sure. And, Alright, what would be the best way to do this? Kind of like putting Golgari as well as Wayfinder. Actually, no, we'll put Auramancer and Wayfinder in our hand, putting Grey Scrabbler on the field. And then I like playing Evolving Wild to get a Plains at that point. Or would it be better to get more black sources? So we could go Golgari for yeah, and then also we have a better chance of getting Crypt Rats for Satyr Wayfinder, which will make us go deeper into the deck. Then we can go play that, see what kind of land we get, um, and also, like I said, we get a better chance of hitting like a Crypt Rats and putting that in our graveyard. Stinkweed Imp, Ash Barrens. We'll take the Ash Barrens. Play the Jungle Hollow, like I said. Okay, so we do have 2 Crypt Rats. Perilous Myr would actually be good too. Uh, I think I actually kind of want to cycle Brownscale, so I think we want to go with Swamps to gain more life. Gain 4 life. Go get Wayfinder. Play that. Okay, so we're gonna block here, block one of these, take 4, go down to 8. Spore Frog is pretty good. Cycle these a few times, gain some life. Play a Spore Frog. Swing for 2. Okay. That's fine. Bring back the Stinkweed Imp. We're trying to find a Crypt Rats at this point. Ooh, Caustic Caterpillar is pretty decent. Play this. Go fetch a Plains. Should have swung first, but is what it is. We'll get Squire. Discarding this. Get Spore Frog. Gain 2 life. Spore Frog. Why you pick Deadweight too? Okay. Cool. Thanks. I don't think he realized what the ruling on that is. Alright, so we'll cycle. Cycle one more time. Play Spore Frog. That's pretty cool. That works really well with this deck. Uh, we're gonna get rid of this card. Then we're gonna swing. Get Auramancer. Play a Spore Frog. Pass turn. Alright, so he conceded. Matt left too. Alright, he gave up. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. It was just a real quick play before I head off to work today, but thank you very much for watching. Also, I'd like to state that you guys are all amazing and we reached 1,000 subscribers, so you guys are beasts. So thank you very much for watching, alright?